hold. Okay, I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to touch your spleen on the side. Ready? Hold.
That one was unlocking now.
Okay, this one right now.
No, I meant before. That's why you were using this arm.
Oh, you're saying this was the bad arm to use. I'm sorry. You're right. I'll continue to go back to this. Hold. Thanks for that reminder. And then I'm doing her last kidney point on her right low back. Hold.
Oh, I wasn't ready. I'm sorry.
Okay. So it seems like we've only found one unlocking alarm point. Alarm points are over energy. So we're going to look at a pattern now. Ellen, if you would like to sit up and look and see what we're going to do, we're going to look if we have a certain pattern so we can find a one-point correction. So we've got a lot of unlocking muscles here, and then we've got one over energy here. So we have templates. We're going to look for a square or a triangle or a beaver dam. Does anybody see? If I put this square or this triangle here, we have one over energy and two unders. So, and the rule that we use is we correct the first under energy after an over going in a clockwise fashion. So it would look like spleen would be the correct preferred correction point as one option. So I'm just going to put a mark by that. Do we have a square?
No.
Nope, we don't have a square. We have to have a blue at each corner, which represents under energy.
Definitely a beaver dam.
Yeah, there's a beaver dam.
This is considered a beaver dam where we have two or more unlocking in a row. We've got an over and then an under.
That's a big dam.
So the correction. It is. So, well, maybe this is the magic spot that will unclog and set all that free. So that's the lung. That would be our preferred correction point because it's the first under after and over going in a clockwise fashion. So I'm going to write down lung as a possibility. And it looks like that's our only options that we have on this particular pattern. Now, right? Anybody see anything else? If we go over here to the 5-element theory, we remember the rule is we always want to correct something that is under energy on the inside circle because it's yin. The yin meridians are always working. So they have more energy than the yang in some sense in the 5-element theory. So if we're going to go in the circle fashion, which is the Shen, we would say, well, heart could get some energy from liver, right? Mm-hmm. It's the first under energy after and over going in a clockwise fashion. So heart is a possibility. If we want to do the star pattern, which is the co-cycle, the controlling cycle, we would say, spleen. Spleen could get some energy from liver. So I'll put that as a possibility, spleen. Do you see any other possibilities, anybody? On the Chinese 5-element? I don't think there are right now because we only have the one over energy. So does anybody remember how we find out? Yes.
Did you say the marriage, the husband and wife?
Yes, this is a possibility. However, we usually want to have our under energy coming from the inside circle.
Right.
I can put it up there as a possibility, but I don't feel like it's likely since it's not one of those organs that's constantly working. A constantly working one is a yin, and then the others are the rest and work hollow organs are the yang. Okay, so I'll just put it, I'll say gallbladder, but I'll put a question mark. So between, over here we've got spleen and lung, and we've got heart and spleen over here. Spleen showed up twice. I'm going to turn in my book to the spleen page, and I'm going to see, turn in the spleen page. You guys have your books, and we're going to see what Ellen's spleen would like to correct. So go ahead and lay down, Ellen. And because it was it was on the right side only, our first preferred correction would be neurolymphatic. So where are the spleen points? We look in our book, and you guys,
T7 and T8.
right here. On the left side only, there's a point. Ellen, would you be so kind to put your hand right there? This is called circuit locating. And we're basically, without words, asking, does this bring any strength to your spleen muscle? When I test your latissimus dorsi, does that change it at all? You ready?
That deltoid wasn't testing correctly.
Okay, but I am doing her latissimus
right,
dorsi spleen over here, which was the right side.
Gotcha.
But thanks for that. Hold. Now take your hand. It seemed really strong just now, but I'm going to just double check, so I'll have her take her hand away. Hold now, hold. And her arm is unlocking. So it seems as though her touching that circuit locating is saying, yes, give me that correction, at least for my spleen. Now the magic question is that what everybody else wants? So we'll try the subscapularis. That was unlocking, and it's on the right also. So that's where you put a box, make your arm kind of like a box, and I'm going to flip it up. First, we'll try it without her touching. Okay, so you try to hold this down. This was weak before, and it probably is weak now, but we just want to double check. Hold. Okay, now she's going to touch that magic correction for the spleen superimposed upon the heart muscle, subscapularis. Hold. Does that make a difference, Ellen? It seemed really rock solid to me. So we're doing well so far. Question is, does the next muscle want it? That the horse rider, when you went on your tummy and I had you lift your shoulder, sacrospinalis, go ahead and turn over. I might need a helper, somebody to come and make contact with the spot. Okay, so so the spot is right here between T7 and 8. Ellen, you're going to turn this way and lift. Okay, first let's not touch it. Let's try and make sure it's still weak. Okay. You ready, Ellen? Hold. Okay, now we're going to make contact. Thank you. And we're going to see, does this make a difference? Hold. Okay. Wow. What do you think, Ellen? Go ahead and turn over. It's kind of feeling like we found our point, but I'm going to go through all of them to just make sure. The next muscle is the psoas on the left. So this psoas you said was unlocking. I'm going to test it again without the contact point. Ready? Hold. Okay, now make that seemed weak to unlocking. Just going to touch this. You tell me, Ellen, does this make a difference? Hold.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Right anterior deltoid.
Right anterior deltoid. That was this guy that wasn't real happy before. Okay, and then untouch, hold, touch, hold. Okay, lung, and this was on the right. This was the reaching over your head, the anterior serratus. I'll have you not touch that. I'm going to have you reach, hold. Okay, now we'll touch it. Reach. Great. Last but not least is your fasciolatus. So I'll go down there. I'm going to do the pigeons fly home, the muscles that are up here. So I'll first test it without touching. I'm at the feet. Hold. Okay. Hold. All right. Now touch that magic spot. Hold. And hold. So what do you think? You think we ought to rub that thing?
Yeah. I think it's a lot.
I think, okay, so it's between the 7th and the 8th rib. So it's a little tender. So you dig around right here. If I hit kind of a tender spot, let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that feeling kind of, Okay. You can dig on that one. You dig on that one, and then when you get done with that, I'll rub the 2 points on the back between the 7th and 8th wrist. Yeah, you know what? That would be easier if you did sit up. Thank you. Okay, and I'm doing bilateral on each side of the spine because it's the neurolymphatic correction.
And it's just this left side?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. It was left side only, or right? Okay, yes, the correction is on the left side, but her issue, her unlocking muscle was on the right side only. When we have one-sided unlock, we do the neural lymphatic correction. Okay, let's retest. Go ahead and lay down. All right, so her latissimus dorsi that was unlocking originally was on the right. And I'm going to retest that now that we've rubbed it. Hold. What do you think?
I think it's not quite there.
So it needs a little something else, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Hold again. Hold. Okay. So it seems like it's better than it was, but it's not quite where it needs to be. So what do, guys? We could either rub this one longer,
Okay.
or we could
Yeah,
circuit
circuit
locate for the
locate.
next correction. What would that be?
Neurovascular holding points.
Right, and they're on the side of the head,
Yep,
possibly
right above the ear.
above the ears at the parietal eminence. Okay, so Ellen, I'm going to put my hand here while I test this muscle, and you're going to tell me, does that bring any strength? First, I'll retest it after rubbing it, because we just rubbed it a little more. So hold. Got it?
Yeah.
Still not locking. I'm going to put my hand here, and I'm going to tap you. I'm going to hold. Okay, you ready? Hold.
Oh, much better.
Oh, much better. Upon making contact with the spot on the side of the head, her arm is really solid. So that means I'm going to come sit at the head, okay? And I'm going to grab, I'm just going to ask you a couple things about some emotions. Nurture and support. I'm going to hold your points in your head, and you just mull over nurture and support, empathy and sympathy, and what might that mean to you? Either you would like to receive some empathy and sympathy and nurture and support, or you would like to give more, or maybe you want to give it and not have it drain you. So. There's two phrases, Ellen, that I'm going to say, and I just want to know, you don't have to even speak. I'm just going to say two phrases. One is positive and one is negative. This is the phrase that often goes with the spleen meridian. I relax and do my best. That's the positive, and then the negative would be, I have to worry to live. So maybe it means something to you, maybe it doesn't. But you can just kind of mull it over in your mind as I'm holding these points. That was a nice big sigh, so I'm going to retest. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hold. How did that feel?
Amazing.
Amazing. It was really strong. Okay. So, the question is, did that correct everything else? So I'm going to go around the horn and just make sure that that was the magic 1-point correction. So I'm going to go to the subscapularis, once again on the right, and that's the one where you make the box, and I'm going to try to flip it up. Okay, you ready? Hold. Nice. How was that, Ellen?
Nice.
That was good. Okay. And we're going to do the horse rider, the sacrospinalis. So go ahead and roll on.
I get
your
to flip
stomach.
again.
You get to flip one more time. Hands behind the back. You're going to look this way and lift up. You ready? Hold. How was that?
Amazing.
Amazing. Okay. Psoas muscle on the left. So I'm going to bring this leg out. And I'm going to be tapping and pushing down and out. Okay, you ready? Hold.
Much better.
Much better. Is it good enough?
I think so.
Okay, well, we'll try the others and we'll see. Okay, gallbladder on the right, the anterior deltoid. You ready? Hold. What's that feel like?
I think so.
Feels stronger. It seemed a lot stronger to me. Then we're going to do the lung, the anterior serratus on the right. That's where you've got your thumb up and you're going to
chopper.
Yep, chopper. You ready? Hold. That was really good compared to before. All right. And then the large intestine, I'm going to go down to the feet. I'm going to do the pigeons fly home, where I bring it 45 up.
Yeah, where I could hold them up.
Yeah. All righty. You ready? Hold. Okay. You ready? Hold. Okay. The next one is the pectoralis major clavicular stomach, and it was on your left. So I'm just going to, I'll just stand here. You ready? I'm going, it's a swim stroke down and out.
That's
Thumbs
right.
are down. Hold. Okay. Seems strong to me. And that's all of them. Now I'm going to touch your liver point on your alarm and see if that holds up strong enough too at the very end, because that was the only one that she had off. So wasn't it right over here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to use her anterior deltoid. Hold. All right. And then was there one that was questionable that you were like, I wasn't sure?
I don't remember.
Okay. Let's ask your body. This bounce is complete. You can take that off. This bounce is complete at this time. Hold. Okay. All right. So sometimes what we do is we would have you state your goal at the beginning, and I could have muscle tested and seen your muscle probably unlock. Go ahead and sit up, and we'll have you just say your goal again, and just think of how that feels. Because when we had you say it, I said, what did that feel like? And you said, ha, not so true.
Right?
So, with all honesty, when you say, I am worthy of accomplishing my goals, go ahead and say that.
I am worthy of accomplishing my goals.
What does that feel like to you now?
Stronger.
Feels stronger. Okay. Alrighty. Good job.
Thank you.
All right. So if we wanted to do the post-assessment, we could have you, would you mind like just having us look at you and you're going to just check your range of motion on your neck? We're going to see. Sometimes it's amazing. 1 point can affect a lot of areas. So go ahead and turn left and right with your range of motion and you let us know. Has it changed?
It seems better.
Okay. All right. And then you were going down to your side. Has that changed at all?
Yeah.
All right. Was there anything else that we did? Look up, look down, or maybe we didn't do that.
We did earlier, but
Okay. All right. Well, congratulations.
thank
Thank
you.
you, Val.
Thank you.
Yay, well done.